Gargoyles come from the Old French word gargoyle, which means mouth. The fact that the sound of the word gargoyle is similar to the sound of rinsing water in the mouth and the English word gargle is a good clue to the origin of the name of the gargoyle. We usually see gargoyles or gargoyles decorated on the corners of the roof or the exterior walls of buildings, especially Gothic-style churches, which are believed to be the origin of these sculptures. The shapes of gargoyles include dragons, monsters, demons, and inhuman beings. Simply put, they are all kinds of fierce-looking monsters. But the most famous one is the gargoyle of Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, France, which is decorated with these demons all over. And there is one that looks like a Batman. The legend of the origin of the gargoyle of Europeans tells of an event in the 7th century in the village of Rouen in northern France. The calamity that threatened the village was a dragon named La Gargoyle. It was a long-necked, winged fire dragon, typical of Western dragons. La Gargoyle could fly over the village and breathe fire to burn orchards and houses, as well as attack and eat the villagers and their livestock. He gave the villagers an ultimatum to send the villagers of Rouen to prey on a young woman every year. The villagers reluctantly complied. Finally, the villagers of Rouen had a hero to help them, a Christian priest named Saint Romanus, who had only a cross and holy oil to defeat La Gargoyle. In the end, the evil dragon was subdued by the priest. He sent it to the villagers to deal with. The angry Rouen people killed the dragon and burned it, but the fire could not destroy the fire dragon completely because the dragon's head and neck would not burn. So Saint Romanus let the villagers put the dragon's head on the wall of the cathedral, which was a church that the villagers built to dedicate to his heroic deeds. Since then, it has become a tradition to decorate the statue of the demon gargoyle on the church building or religious building in Christianity. The belief that goes with this legend is that the dragon's head has the power to drive away all evil. However, some legends say that the demon is not a dragon, but a non-human being that looks like a bat. When the value of decorating with dragon heads spread to other areas, the variety of ideas for creating statues began to spread into various types of demons according to the locality. But no matter what the gargoyle is made into, its appearance must be fierce and ugly to intimidate the evil that approaches the building as much as possible. Guardian Demon. In terms of belief, gargoyles are considered temple guardians because they drive away evil from approaching the building or religious building and protect believers from the harassment of demons outside the religion. The legend says that even though gargoyles in the form of various monsters are stone or stiff statues during the day, they come to life at night. Moreover, gargoyles can watch people pass by even though the outside is stone. However, in terms of architecture, the function of gargoyles is not to eliminate external evil, but it is to protect the religious building from the rainwater coming from the top or roof of the building. It can be seen that the gargoyle statue is the end of the drainage pipe that transports water from all over the building to the outside, preventing rainwater from eroding and damaging the church. It is a clever decoration that is both beautiful, conveys a meaning of faith, and conceals the gutter from protruding and floating, which is not pleasing to the eyes of the sacred religious building. Therefore, it is the reason why the gargoyle must have a neck or a long shape extending out to send the water far away. This is also the origin of the name gargoyle, mouth, which is related to this function because the water pipe always ends at the mouth of the statue. In terms of art, The Gothic art of the church, decorated with gargoyles, is the highest point of the development of art in the Middle Ages of Europe, which occurred from the late Middle Ages to the Renaissance, around the 12th to 16th centuries. Gargoyles are representatives of art from the belief in monsters and are a complement to the architecture that has a longer life. Although it appears in the legends of Christianity in the Middle Ages of Europe, but the innovation of the animal head of the sewage system already existed in other civilizations around the world before that, such as Turkey, Egypt, or Greece. For example, in the Temple of Zeus in Greece, there were traces of statues in the same style and position that indicated the same purpose as the gargoyles, with dozens and possibly hundreds of them when the temple was still complete. Therefore, it is uncertain whether Western Europe adopted the value of making gargoyles from abroad before promoting the legendary demons to be guardians or representatives of the church, protecting Christians from evil. This method seems easier to understand and grasp than ordinary people in the Middle Ages because they could not read or write. Knowing that their faith was protected was more reassuring than staring at Latin words in the Bible that they did not even understand the meaning of. It cannot be denied that one of the special features of the gargoyle is that it is a clear example of two very different characters. With a terrifying appearance, like a representative of evil, but it is a guardian of the religious place, protecting the faithful. This makes the image of gargoyles seem to bounce between evil and good. In a way, gargoyles may have helped spread Christianity in medieval Europe, as some gargoyles were found to be deliberately made to look like local gods or legendary monsters, in order to more easily entice pagans to convert to Christianity. As the era changed, the popularity of gargoyle statues also changed. In addition to the demon, these gargoyles will be used to decorate other buildings. In addition to the cathedral, modern gargoyles have been decorated with ideas that break away from the monsters in myths and religious legends, becoming something that reflects the contemporary era, from being strange-looking humans to alien ones. As for the gargoyles of Notre Dame Cathedral, although the cathedral was built in the middle of the 12th century, the original plan did not include any gargoyles. They were only added in the early 19th century. However, these gargoyles make the cathedral look like a church that really came out of the Middle Ages.